Imagine waking up tomorrow morning feeling more energy than you have in the last 5 years. No aches slowing you down. No dragging your feet to the coffee machine for that desperate caffeine fix. No wondering why you feel exhausted even after 8 hours of sleep. It's possible, and it's simpler than you think. Because the truth is, after age 60, your body speaks a different language. It whispers warnings. It pleads for nourishment. It craves the right kind of fuel. But most of us aren't listening. Today, you're going to discover 5 simple, powerful foods that can instantly change how you feel. Foods that wake up your cells, energize your body, and maybe, just maybe, give you back that lightness of spirit you thought you'd lost forever. But before I reveal these 5 foods, let me tell you a short story. My Uncle Robert was 67 years old when he retired from his job as a postal worker. For nearly 40 years, he walked the same neighborhood, smiling at familiar faces, delivering mail, making small talk with shopkeepers. But after he retired, something strange happened. The man who could walk 8 miles a day suddenly couldn't muster the energy to mow his lawn. His mornings felt foggy. His afternoons were spent napping in front of the TV. His doctor said, "You're just getting older, Robert." But Robert refused to accept that. He believed his body was trying to tell him something, that the food he was putting in his body was no longer serving him the way it once did. So he made some small, deliberate changes. He added just 5 foods to his daily diet, 5 simple, everyday foods, and within 2 weeks, he was walking again. 3 weeks later, he was back on his bicycle. 4 weeks later, he was the one helping neighbors mow their lawns. These foods didn't just boost his energy. They gave him back his life. You see, after 60, everything changes. Your digestion slows. Your cells need different building blocks. Your immune system tires more easily. And most importantly, your energy isn't stolen by age. It's stolen by the wrong food. So here's the first of the 5 foods that changed Uncle Robert's life and can change yours. Blueberries. Yes, those tiny, unassuming, easy-to-ignore berries sitting in the produce aisle. But these aren't ordinary fruit. Blueberries are loaded with antioxidants, compounds that fight off the invisible damage caused by stress, pollution, and yes, even time itself. But the real magic of blueberries is how they feed your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. When your mitochondria are happy, your body hums with energy. In fact, a Harvard study found that older adults who ate a cup of blueberries daily performed better on memory and focus tests and reported feeling less fatigue than those who didn't. Uncle Robert started his mornings with a handful of blueberries in his oatmeal. He said the first thing he noticed was his mind waking up faster. No more mental fog. No more struggling to remember names or appointments. Blueberries gave him back his clarity. The second food is something you may have avoided for years because of old diet advice, but you shouldn't anymore. Eggs. Yes, eggs. Especially free-range, omega-3 rich eggs. For years, people over 60 were told to fear eggs because of cholesterol. But the truth is, cholesterol is not the villain we once thought. And eggs are one of the most complete energy foods you can eat. They're rich in protein that repairs muscles. They contain choline, a nutrient that fuels your brain. They're satisfied without being heavy. When Robert replaced his sugary breakfast cereal with 2 scrambled eggs and some vegetables, he said his entire morning changed. No more energy crashes at 10 a.m. No more reaching for cookies or coffee. Just clean, sustained energy that carried him all the way to lunch. But what about lunch? Here's where food number 3 comes in. Leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These are more than just diet foods. They are medicine. Leafy greens are rich in magnesium, iron, and folate, minerals that older bodies desperately need to keep blood flowing and muscles working. Robert never liked vegetables. He thought salads were boring. But when his daughter showed him how to make a quick spinach and feta omelet, everything changed. Suddenly, he was eating greens without even thinking about it. And after 2 weeks, he noticed something amazing. His legs stopped cramping at night. His walks felt easier. His breathing became steadier. All because he gave his body what it was missing. Food number 4 is going to surprise you even more. It's nuts. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios. Tiny, crunchy, portable. But don't let their size fool you. Nuts are loaded with healthy fats. Fats that rebuild tired cells, lubricate joints, and most importantly, keep your brain sharp. One study showed that older adults who ate just a handful of nuts daily reduced their risk of heart disease by 20%. But for Robert, the real magic of nuts was what they did to his afternoon slump. Every day at 3 p.m., he used to grab a soda or candy bar, chasing a quick sugar high. But after he switched to a small bowl of mixed nuts, his energy didn't crash. It stayed steady. He could finish projects, fix things around the house, even go on evening walks with his wife. And he lost weight without even trying because his body finally got the fuel it actually wanted. And the final food, the one that sealed Robert's transformation, is a liquid, green tea, not coffee, not soda. Green tea is nature's perfect pick-me-up. Why? Because it contains a gentle form of caffeine that wakes you up without spiking your heart rate. It's packed with catechins, powerful compounds that protect your cells, reduce inflammation, and boost metabolism. Robert replaces afternoon coffee with a warm cup of green tea. He said it felt like his body exhaled. No jitters, no racing thoughts, just calm, steady energy that lasted until dinner. And more importantly, his blood pressure improved. His doctor was shocked, but Robert knew the secret. He listened to his body. Now, maybe you're thinking, that's great for Robert, but what about me? Will these 5 foods really make a difference? The answer is yes, because you're not too old. You're not too far gone. Your body is still listening. Your cells are still hungry for the right fuel. You just have to feed them. But there's something else you need to hear, something most health videos won't tell you. It's not just about what you add, it's about what you stop. Because while these 5 foods can boost your energy, there are other foods quietly stealing it away. Processed sugar, white flour, trans fats. These are the true energy thieves. They clog your blood vessels. They inflame your joints. They fog your brain. And they are hidden everywhere, in sauces, snacks, even health foods. If you want the full benefit of these 5 energy foods, you must start cutting out the poisons. Swap the soda for green tea. Swap the bagel for eggs and spinach. Swap the cookies for almonds. It's that simple, but it's not always easy.